Hello and welcome back to another episode. So, last episode we were able to kill a alien ruler, and I'm sure we were doing something after that. What that something was, I don't recall. I know we have quite a few things we can grab. It might not be a bad idea to grab some supplies in the very near future. However, it also might not be a bad idea to try to increase our comms. I say, yeah, we might want to build another comm area because I think, oh no, our resistance comms aren't maxed out yet. Adding, what, this is +2? Okay, yeah. We'll go and do that. And I think we should probably start making some more contacts in the very, very near future because I think it's about time we start taking on some of these facilities. Specifically, this one over here we need to get to. But first, I do want to grab this, but 6 days for like only a handful of supplies. I don't know if it's, whatever. Sure, why not? We'll grab it. We're right here, might as well. Are we able to attack this place yet? Not yet. Speaking of, I guess after this, we can go do that. Alright, once this finishes, we'll go ahead and start up the hunt for another Chosen, I think. Speak of the devil. Very cool. Yes, let's go ahead and assign a new thing, and let's see. Do we want to kill the Hunter, or do we want to kill the Warlock? I think we've... which one have we had longer? We should be able to check by going in here. Okay, the Warlock is slightly ahead, so I guess we'll take on the Warlock first. Alright, yeah, let's hunt the Warlock. And we'll send Nyx, why not? We can send just about anybody, so we'll send in Snowdog, give you some nice levels. Go ahead and get you going. Speaking of levels, let's go take a peek at Nathan Bravo, who just got promoted to our scout. Very cool. Alright, let's continue doing this. Alright, Insanity, very cool. Let's go with Schism, because Schism actually is... I don't like the fact that it increases the... how long it takes to use it, if I remember correctly, but Schism is pretty good. Cool. Bro's, oh, I say bro's talking a lot of trash for someone. Oh my god, 19 enemies. Ooh. Advent has retreated from this area. Okay, well it is going to be only lost. So that's not as bad. And we get an engineer out of it, so that's pretty cool. But we have seen that the orcs can pose kind of a threat. But I think this is going to be a good time to... Oh, yeah, I kind of read this rep already, Big Dog. Yeah, let's send in some of our lower ranking soldiers for this mission. Because while I think the Lost are still threatening, I think it's a good time to train up some of our soldiers who don't get to see as much action. So Flamer will be good. We'll bring in Connor. Let's see, Nathan Bravo, we did just get you back, so a good scout would be nice. I don't know how well your shield's gonna do for us, nor do I know how well your pistol is gonna work out, but might as well. Medic would be nice. Let's see, who else should we bring? I guess we bring... Yeah, let's bring Eclipse Nova. A sniper would be pretty handy. Yeah, we'll bring the Skitari, because... it's not a bad idea. Do we want a second scout? Sure. I wasn't going to, but might as well. Might as well get the levels. And then, you know what? A second flamethrower can't hurt. Alright, let's fix Nathan Bravo's inventory real quick. So your inventory's fixed. You know, it might not be a bad idea to bring a holo targeter, but we already have one scout who has a holo targeter, so I suppose we don't need two. Oh no, never mind. Oh no, yeah, you do have a holo targeter. Alright, all in all, I think our loadout looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and send them out.
Resistance expedition is trapped not far from your position, and the VIP is using a remote turret to hold off the loss.
Alright, so this is... Oh, let's see. This is a mission where we gotta push forward and come back. So, snipers up on a rooftop might not be a bad idea. They never give us a building over here we can climb onto, though.
After you secure the expedition, you'll have to return to our original entry point for extraction. Don't get overrun. Keep the path back to Firebrand clear.
Now, the problem is we have 3 people who look very similar. Or 2 of them using a sniper rifle. However, it's you who's the sniper. Alright, so we do want you... I don't know where I want you. I suppose up here on this balcony, I suppose... Ooh. Okay, I'd say there's no way they're... Oh, they already spotted us. Oh, I didn't realize we weren't concealed. Oh, no, we are concealed. Just not the whole team. Let's scooch you up.
Will stop us.
I say, honestly, you should be able to deal with most of these guys. And... duly noted. Alright, well...
On my way.
We brought a flamethrower for a reason. Let's use that flamethrower.
Firing incendiary. Target's cleared.
Yeah, that seems pretty efficient. Someone will have to tell me, in the actual lore, are flamethrowers, like, especially effective against orcs? I imagine they would be, like, because the orcs are basically just funguses from what I understand, so I would imagine a flamethrower would be particularly efficient against them, as, again, from what I understand, I think it's like when an orc dies, they leave behind, like, spores or something, and unless you kill all the spores, like, you're just not going to get rid of all the orcs. So, yeah, I imagine a flamethrower would be pretty efficient at doing exactly that. Well, you want to start pushing forward, but we don't want to aggro that pod quite yet, I don't think.
Solid copy. Copy that.
Let's all just scooch on in here. Whoop. Well, this is certainly an issue.
Better be careful.
What's your weaknesses? 3+ attacks, extra damage, takes increased damage from skirmishers. Well, that's good, because we don't have a skirmisher.
Dangerous out here.
Well, that could become problematic very quickly. Oh!
Before it throws off the rest of our operation.
What in tarnations?
Time to stomp and kill.
What in tarnations is that monstrosity? Well, well, well. It would appear we have a bit of an issue.
Quit whining. It's far for everyone.
Oh my. Duly noted. This seems like a good time for a claymore. Unfortunately, well, we could do this, I think. Yeah, this would probably be worth our time. Let's do that. And then we're gonna go ahead and pop that. It is going to possibly draw more, but it is gonna shred some of his armor. Oh, and it lit the tile you're standing on fire. How quaint. Alright, well, first things first. Where is the big man? Immune to fire and poison. Well, that's good. And can't tell if you have Blade Storm. Well, this is a predicament. it now dawns on me. Well, no, I'd say it dawns on me we don't have a tremendous amount of damage, but that's not true. I'd say Connor can output a beating for sure. Can we get a mark on this target before we commit to this? Yeah, let's rapid target him real quick. Then Connor, go ahead and just lay into him. Say, 'cause this guy is a big threat, a big problem we do not want to deal with. And let's just hope he does not explode on death, because that would make our lives even more awkward. Alright. Let's have you push up.
Will stop us.
If you could. Oh, wow. There's a very real chance you're not going to hit that. Very real chance you're not going to hit that either. Alright, well, we'll circle back to that then. You need to move, but that's going to light you on fire. Can you still attack? You can. It is going to be wildly up to chance on whether or not we kill, though. Yeah, unfortunately we rolled low. Alright, well, first,
Healer mode.
let's unfire you. That would be pretty cool. Second, you should be able to kill him, I would imagine. Perfect.
By the numbers.
Alright, well, let's just continue that. Alright, another kill.
Only the best.
Took out Napoleon.
Very slim chance, but might as well take it. Oh, it's a hit.
What'd you
Yeah,
expect,
love to
buddy?
see that.
Gonna need
Alright. Let's move to here. Grab the loot. And
Taken hold.
this might be a little overkill, but let's just torch him. Okay, I'd say, did we miss? Now, I am a little worried about the sniper that has decided to spawn over here, because that could cause us quite a bit of grief. We're gonna need you in position pretty soon, and I don't think this is gonna cut it anymore. Unfortunately, I don't think high ground. Problem is these lost missions, they give us lots of high ground, but it's almost never useful, because like say I take position here, that gives me vision over here, but that's about it. I come over here and I can see like this immediate area in here, but because these bridges usually are like around, like this won't be good, this won't be good, and this spot I can't really see anything because of this bridge. So on these missions, high ground doesn't actually do a tremendous amount for me, which is very tragic. Do we want to finish off this guy? It might be worth our time to do it, but since he's on fire, I think we're gonna be okay. I would prefer to push forward and hopefully get eyes on the sniper, and also hopefully not have him just get one-tapped, because if he just gets shot and we don't even get a chance to do anything about that, that will be rather upsetting. Okay, so he's gonna grapple up. Let's hope he isn't just about to shoot the VIP instantly. No, he's tracking our sniper. Touche. Alright, well, he burned to death. Oh, there's a whole nother guy. Well, hopefully he doesn't have enough movement to hit us. Fantastic. Alright, we can work with that. Alright, well, first things first, you got repositioned. Yeah, let's get you over here. And say, let's not have you get counter-sniped.
We're going.
However, that complicates things just a hair. Yeah, that complicates things just a hair. Alright, well. We can have you sneak up here. I don't know if you'll be able to kill him. But you can definitely hit him. Oh, whoop. Alright, good to know. Alright, well, at least... Okay, we have a pretty good chance of dealing a lot of damage. If you can get a crit, this would be pretty huge. Pretty good crit. Alright, we just have to basically have a light gust of wind hit him, and we're chilling. Unfortunately, don't know if any of our ranged soldiers are going to be able to get close enough to deal damage here. Yeah, I think an aid protocol is in order. Yeah, I don't think we're getting close enough to him in order to finish that guy off this turn. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and have you see if you can finish him off. Fantastic. Alright. In that case, let's have you push forward. Hopefully in a way that doesn't get you lit on fire. Alright, gang. Yeah, let's start pushing up. We do have to worry about this pod we saw over here somewhere. You are not concealed anymore, unfortunately.
Got it covered.
Get to that position, brothers.
Absolutely.
Let's have you reload.
It's killing time.
And I guess we'll push you up in a way that, again, hopefully does not get you lit on fire. Alright, we'll start pushing this next round. Stop marking my guys.
We're going.
Alright, well hopefully he doesn't have enough mobility to run over here and whack us. Alright, he's gonna take a shot at us. Fantastic. That works out for me. If you can get a kill here, that'd be phenomenal. Not quite. I didn't have high hopes. That armor makes our las pistols rather ineffective. Alright, well that certainly complicates things.
We gotta go.
I've got nothing.
That certainly complicates things. Well, 2 flamethrowers might be able to solve the issue here. And you both are in a pretty good position to do that. Yeah, let's push up. And see if we can't just clear out all of these guys. Very cool. There's nothing, no greater sound than the sound of burning orcs.
Time for some march. March.
Alright, so all 3 of those guys will just burn to death. So we have you to deal with, and you to deal with. You still are getting marked, and then I think we have another pod over here we're still worried about. And then this man up here, being rather rude, if I'm being honest. You know, honestly, just rapid target this guy. I just want you to rapid target him and pop his noggin. Very cool. I would love for you to do this, but I'm not certain. Yeah, whatever. 50-50. We take it. Yeah, I kind of figured. A man can dream. So what's the play here? We have to worry about that, but now we're free to move around up here because we're no longer being... What happened to this train? Oh, I guess it just wasn't here. But yeah, now we're free to move, so... Let's first get out of this to break the tracking shot, I guess. Now what? Now what indeed? We need to figure out a way to kill him. So that little gremlin's gonna be an issue.
If you say so.
We activated the other pod, didn't we? Ugh. Okay, well, we are bound to deal with this eventually. I guess that eventually just happens to be now. Okay, well, what can you hit that you'll actually kill in one shot? Okay, very cool. We get the refund.
I got it. Right?
Them all to the right. It's all gone.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Vector Rifle just does not put out as much damage as we might want it to at times.
Moving to position.
Alright, Connor. You land this hit. I say if you land these hits, you're gonna get kills. That is just gonna happen. The amount of damage you deal is kooky crazy. Alright, yeah, just keep. Oh, no, I thought that was a miss. Alright, yeah, we just keep on keeping on. Unfortunately, the remaining two, we can probably take him out. Very cool. Alright. Alright, now the again, we'll take a 40. Ooh, perfect. Alright, so that's that pod dealt with. Let's get you a reload. 37. Well, we're bound to hit him eventually. That eventually just hasn't come yet. We could just walk up and hit him. The problem is even then we're like not very likely to get a hit. What a bummer. What a bummer these guys are. They're such a nuisance. That's a pretty good chance to hit, I think. Let's do that. Very cool. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Alright. We do still have to worry about him. Alright, who still has a gun? Okay. Unfortunately, don't have that many guns left. What we could do, I suppose you can see. Alright, we're gonna do a cheeky play. We're gonna move you to here. Then you, my friend, are gonna walk up to here. And you are gonna be a shield. So now we have full cover. And now you should be able to kill him, hopefully. Perfect. Alright, so that's that dealt with. I guess since all the immediate targets are dealt with, let's start cleaning up some of the extra lost. Or the orcs, as I would hate for them to not burn to death for one reason or another. Alright. I guess we're just gonna push forward.
Good to go.
Hopefully we don't get shot by the sniper. That would be awkward. I guess everyone just keep your head down. Bro just does not have a cooldown on his grapple, huh? Alright, so he's gonna track us again. How does that work? How do you track me and then immediately run away? Wait, did your cover just explode? There's not even fire there. Alright, well, we do have eyes on him. Unfortunately, we just have next to no chance of actually hitting. How about with a hollow target? Still really bad. Do we have any penalty for missing? Let's find out. It regenerates health, so even if we hit and we don't finish him off, it might not be that beneficial for us. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Alright, well, we'll take it. If you land the hit, it'll be pretty huge. Woo, spicy.
Nice shot, but don't try that again.
Honestly, that's what I'm saying. That was a nice shot. You're gonna need to move, bud.
Let's move already.
Alright, so we're out. Yes, I know. I literally just shot him. Let me take my turn. Alright, yeah. Can we kill him? Not quite.
We've got the chosen in our sights. It's time to take them out.
Brad, you are
On bad leadership.
quite a bit late for that one. Again, we have already shot him once. I think I'm well aware of the fact that we have the chosen in our sights. The bigger question is how are we going to rescue this guy without getting shot? It is certainly a question indeed.
Agreed.
We really need to give you more mobility.
Good to go.
The other thing is we don't actually want to push up like drastically far, as we do need to retreat.
10-4.
Fortunately, I don't think there's going to be a tremendous amount we do this turn, because we're kind of just getting into position. We can do this, however.
Let's do this.
We'll run up here, get the VIP.
VIP is secure, Commander. If we can spare the manpower, we should try to bring the escort in as well.
That's the plan.
Without the VIP manning the turret controls, there's nothing keeping the Lost from
Oh
overrunning
my
this
lord,
area.
he has a rocket
We're
launcher.
already closing in.
Yes, Brad. I'm a little busy. Cut me some slack here. Alright, yeah, we just have to get everyone back. So everyone just full retreat, basically. However, we do actually want the escort.
Right away.
Okay, I think anyone who still has a turn, which is only our two guys with flamethrowers, not ideal. Not ideal. How, where's the fire? Okay, whatever. Also, Connor, you are in cover, right? Yeah, I think you're in cover. Alright, well, I guess we'll pistol Overwatch. What is that? Oh. Oh. Well, assuming they go after the Lost, that's actually not the worst thing that could happen for us.
Not good.
And honestly, I don't hate this choice either, because this is going to make it easier for us to attack him. Time to go. Oh, you're just going to spend all your actions moving? Oh, don't... You dirtbag. Alright, well, we do have to stop that from happening. Do not want him stealing our boy. Oh, that's not a rocket launcher. That's just a big gun.
Over there.
I say, honestly, him summoning in reinforcements... Wait, he got to summon in people and shoot us in one turn, huh?
Firebrand is in position. Get back to the entry point for extraction.
Yes,
before
Brad,
you get
shut
overrun.
your
We're
mouth.
picking up more heat signatures than the sensors can keep up with.
I love how, like, everything is going bad and Brad's like, oh, hey guys, I just want you to know, it's a little dangerous out there right now. It's like, wow. I had noticed by the thousands of orcs barreling down on our position currently. Nice. Nice crit. If we can land, I think just one more hit, we're set. 100% chance to hit. Works for me. Go taser him. Get him, Zambabo. Okay. Very nice.
Who's keeping score? I'm beginning to understand why the elders find you so interesting.
And you get a promotion for shoving a taser down his poop deck.
I'm sure
And
we'll
you
see
get to move again. How lovely.
That chosen sure wasn't expecting the fight we put up today, Commander.
Alright, gang, it is time for us to leave. There's a whole lot of hoopla in here, and I am not interested in taking part of it. Alright, unfortunately, we're still not quite close enough, but that's fine. Just full retreat.
Okay, I'll go.
Anyone with a gun is going to stand by a little bit longer to Overwatch. Like, so Connor, you're going to Overwatch.
Moving to Overwatch.
And Nathan Bravo, you're also going to provide Overwatch and hopefully prevent any of the Tau from coming after us. Yes, they have a lot on their hands. Are you... You're summoning reinforcements again. The reinforcements are summoning reinforcements. However, I think they're kind of in a bad spot here, if I'm not gonna lie. Because, yeah, they're kind of surrounded by orcs. The Tau showed up because they're like, hey, we can deal with this, and then all of a sudden, just a whole lot of nonsense. Just thousands of orcs. Ooh, good hit, little guy. Failure. Oh, bro just shot his kidney. How rude. Alright, yeah, let's get out of here. Still not close enough, unfortunately. But yeah, now we're just full pulling back. There's no sense in standing around for an overwatch.
Moving out.
But we are gonna take cover, however,
Agreed.
as I would prefer not to stand out in the open and get shot somewhere. Alright, I'd say you guys are still way up here too, huh?
Will do.
Man, everyone's gonna be... Oh, we completely forgot to grab this man. Oop, that. Okay, well, you have a lot of mobility. You can probably handle it. Alright, yeah, you got this. Big plays. Alright, we're gonna have to stick around just a tiny bit longer to make sure he doesn't get shot. That would be awkward.
Finally.
Unfortunately, our sniper already moved, and we did pull Connor back already. Alright. Anyone with a gun? No, only our 2 flamethrower troops. Okay, well, we're gonna pull you guys back up slightly. Fortunately, pistol overwatch won't do much for us, but if you need to, you can light something on fire here in a second. More reinforcements for the reinforcements. Yeah, I think we're gonna be okay, just because of the amount of enemies over here.
I'm bleeding. Dog! That was my favourite foot.
Oh, I'd say he just died. Hey, there you go. Not quite what I had in mind, but you know what? I like the gusto.
It really hurts.
Man, you guys are just bullying this one man.
I hear you.
Alright, that's a little problematic. That's actually something we have to deal with. Oh. I'd say he might actually get a kill because he does a lot of damage.
Return fire!
Hello? Who's there?
You know, these Tau, I gotta give them props. They've survived significantly longer than I anticipated. I fully expected them to be dead by this point. But you know what? Bless their hearts for surviving. Because, yeah, this would be a little unfortunate if they all died.
This might be.
So we had to go back for that one guy.
We are going to need some support here.
However, unfortunately for them, I don't think they are very long for this world. Oh! Speak of the devil. Alright, you are speedy. You are speed.
Roll it out.
So get out of there. Unfortunately, I feel like that's still awfully close. So if we can keep... If we can kill this guy, alright, honestly, then I'm not too worried about it.
Could use some ammo over here.
Or burn a boy. I don't think he's going to be close enough to do anything of great value to us. So I think we just pull back. And if you could Overwatch. Actually, let's reload first. Yeah, and then you Overwatch, cover our retreat. That would be ideal. I'm going to pull you all the way back, just because you're kind of close. And let's pull you up a little bit.
I'm on it. What's over there?
Alright, yeah, let's just lock down this area. If they decide to come our way, they're going to have a bad time. In the meantime, we're going to evac our VIP.
Firebrand is a VIP safely on board the sky.
don't know if there's a tremendous amount you can do for us at this moment, so we're gonna start pulling people back to the evac zone.
No need to ask twice.
We have a pretty sizable chunk of mobility, so I think if I move you up to here, you should be able to get out of here pretty quickly. And then we'll Overwatch. Might as well.
Marking targets now.
Where did you guys get over there? Oh! Alright, not quite the outcome I was hoping for there.
Them orcs on the right is all gone.
Well, since the Pathfinders
I shoot you.
moved closer to us, the orcs we were worried about probably... Huh.
Time for some march.
Huh. Oh, yeah.
Ah, there's too many of them. Right, got enough shoot away.
What's it? What's
Yeah, I'm not sure what to say about that. Good hit. Oh my god, my poor frames. Not the target I would have had you pick. Oh, we're missing, gang. We're missing.
Adjusting aim.
Rest in peace. Alright, well that's the last Tau. It is all orc.
Keep pushing towards the
Oh, thank God he's dead because my frame rate can't handle this many enemies on screen.
Too many coming in.
Brad, what do you think we're doing? Alright, can you kill this guy? I say you need to give us some space here.
Boys to the right.
Alright, buddy. Keep on keeping on.
Got it covered.
Alright, if you, I say you should have a really good chance to hit people up here. So if you can provide us a little bit of Overwatch. So I'll give this balcony credit. It's very useful on the retreat.
One of them OBT.
Very, very useless on the offensive.
Done for.
There's some more targets you can hit. We'll reload. And as long as you keep getting kills, so you should be able to keep this courtyard clear for a little while. Not great chance of hit, but honestly, it doesn't really matter if you do or not. Ooh, and you do. Very cool.
Took out the boys on the left.
Alright, I would love to take a shot, but I feel like that's probably irresponsible. As if we miss, we're going to be in a world of hurt.
I guess that'll be okay.
Alright, let's pull back to here. You'll Overwatch. You'll Overwatch.
Covering out.
You guys full retreat. And you also full retreat. As your flamethrowers do not provide very good Overwatch. However, I think we've more or less pulled everybody back to where they need to be. It might be time to take you off high ground. Well, I think you can probably make it there in one action. Well, you know, it's probably not a bad idea to just pull back anyway. It's not like you'll be doing that much shooting next turn. Ooh, actually, you probably don't have enough mobility. So we might need to hold our position for another turn. Man, you know, you deal a lot of damage, but your Overwatch kind of stinks. Man, guys, I'm leaving you behind to deal with the Overwatch, and I don't think we've landed a single Overwatch shot. I'm gonna say, with the sheer amount of orcs on screen, my poor frame rate. I think there's like, what, 30 active right now? Yeah, 32 active orcs. Oh boy. Alright, Connor, can you make it out? Oh, you are exactly short of being able to make it out. Alright, we're gonna keep pulling back. Oh, Lord have mercy. Alright. I'd say, if you had any guaranteed shots, it might be a good time. Okay, you can make it out, and so we're gonna do exactly that. Yeah, it's time for you to pull back. And unfortunately, I don't think there's a terrific spot for you to, because if you go here, you're gonna just get flanked. So you're gonna just have to move to here. Here's the thing. I was thinking of using you as a full cover, but the thing is just action economy. If you get like chipped like 7, 8 times, like that's gonna add up very quickly. I'm a little concerned about him, but we can't kill him with one shot anyway, so I think we just keep running. I think it's time we pull, or we actually evac a couple people.
Here I come.
Our medic's staying, though. You don't really have the damage output to stay, and you don't have the range to stay. So we're going to pull back both of our flamer units and our shield.
We've extracted the VIP's escort. Once we get him patched up, he should be ready to rejoin the fight.
We're gonna move you to here. And then Overwatch you, Overwatch you. And we see what happens. Hopefully we have enough distance between us and them that they don't get an action. Oh my lord. Oh. This is biblical levels of orcs. Alright, yeah, we haven't landed a single Overwatch shot, gang.
Come on.
Alright, well, they didn't grow in numbers, which is good, because, like I said, my frame rate cannot handle that. However, now that you're in the evac zone, so there's no reason not to take a shot, because you can just evac afterwards.
Weapons dry.
Alright, get you in the evac zone. Sure, that works for me. Any chance Connor can... Oh, perfect. I'd say you can move here and then shoot. Fortunately, you only have 2... you'll only be able to hit 2 targets. We are running rather low on ammo.
I'm running low on ammo. Target neutralized. Ready to engage.
Alright, let's get you in here. Alright, so that's everybody in here. However, I do want to take as many shots as I can before we leave. Especially this guy. This dude's been chasing us for a minute now. Very cool.
They took out the boys on the left.
Burning through ammo fast. How many?
Alright, yeah, we're all out of ammo.
Weapons empty.
You know, technically, we could kill him with a headshot with a pistol. Hey!
Who's keeping score?
Alright. Will it be a miracle? No, okay, I say we could technically do it. Alright, let's get out of here, gang. There's far too many orcs for me to stay here any longer.
Firebrand is returning to base.
At least we know these chosen can be killed. Well,
Ooh.
temporarily.
Promotions for, I think, just about every single person. Alright, aim. Very cool. Not as good as steady hands, but aim is occasionally pretty useful. Shadow Strike, very useful. Gunner. We should make ammo in the near future, so that's probably a good idea. Spot weakness. Ooh, our pistol pierces armor. Alright. Can't go wrong with that. Revival protocol would be very useful, especially since I think we could have revived our teammate who got tranquilizer darted. Quick zap is invaluable.
Efficiently executed and no casualties.
Alright, very cool.
Leave the Reapers any day, Commander.
Let's take a peek. Yeah, the rest of the squad also got promotions. So, Male got relocation. Very cool. You are random. And then, yeah, high pressure tanks. 1 additional charge. Not bad at all. I think that's everybody. Alright. Whew, that was a long one. No. We are preoccupied. Let's finish grabbing these supplies, and then I want to go claim a new region, I think. And I think on the next episode, we're gonna go after the Warlock. Now here's the thing. So now we have enough power that we can build another room. But the question is, do we want to build a resistance comms or a laboratory? Because... okay, so we only have 3 more slots. How many regions do we still need to make contact with? So at least 1, 2, 3. At least 3 to get up here for this gate. Probably 4 or 5 if we want to take on this facility here. And if we do want to take on the last chosen, we're gonna need...
Still can't believe it's come to this.
I truly hope those gruesome images are the worst of what we find today.
They're slaughtering us, Doctor. What could be worse?
We're about to find out. I've patched the shadow chamber directly into the ship's computer. It's been sifting through the material we recovered non-stop since our return, cataloging sequences.
Genetic sequences in near infinite combinations, yet all bearing similar genetic markers. Human markers.
There must be thousands of them.
Tens of thousands, and the procedure is still nowhere near complete.
Which is why we need the ship's computer to find out where they came from, by cross-referencing them with the data we've managed to hack from the Advent network. It's an admission file from one of the gene therapy clinics.
Avatar. Just what exactly is in that vial?
In my worst nightmares, I would never have imagined.
Doctor.
I believe we have found the missing civilians.
That's impossible.
The gene clinics. Millions of people just looking for help.
Medically screened and selected. Suitable candidates taken to that contemptible facility to be processed, refined into the material we now possess.
But why do this?
I could not begin to fathom a guess at this point. There exists no research that would ever warrant this.
It's genocide, Doctor. And these people are walking right into it. We may not know what they're doing with this stuff, but I think I can find out where it's going. Got it. It's a high-security production facility. Standard defensive complement.
Then I strongly suggest we pay them a visit, Commander.
Agreed. The information we gain could prove invaluable towards stopping the aliens' true agenda.
New objective added.
We're making progress, Commander.
You know, the question is, where is this one gonna be?
Based on the latest findings.
Do we want to do that, or do we want improved magnetic weapons? That sounds interesting. Wait a second. No, we finished that, I think. Maybe? Possibly? Or am I schizophrenic? Let's do Viper King.
Although it had been years.
We've made initial contact.
Alright, well, we do already have this place at least, so that's something.
How to get into the alien forge facility.
Okay, well, that means next mission we'll have access to the, or next episode we'll have access to the Black Site mission and the ability to hunt down the Warlock. So which mission we do is going to be kind of up in the air, I suppose. But we do finally have our supplies. It's like 10 supplies per day we were here. That so was not worth our time. Wait, we have 6 contacts now. What was I looking at before? I thought we only had... Was I looking at power? What am I thinking of? Okay, well, we have 6 extra contact slots, so I think we might actually be fine in that regard. So yeah, we need, like I said, at least... No, we already have this region, so 1, 2 at least to get to here. 3, 4 probably to get to here. I think for the most part, we could do 5, 6, I suppose, to get all of Africa. Well, okay, I think we would be missing this region. Huh. Alright, well, I think we're going to start making contact up here. Unfortunate. Overwatch shots will always miss. Well, I'm pretty sure we already have that anyway. We have a complete inability of landing a hit during Overwatch. Well, we'll be taking you down here in like 5 seconds anyway. Might as well... On most missions, that could be problematic, but I'm not that worried about it. I think I'm satisfied with what we got going on. And I don't want to go back here quite yet for those. My question is, when do we get more... When do we get our plasma weapons? Do we have to complete... Oh, maybe we have to do a Spectre autopsy. So I doubt we'd have to do an Advent Purifier to get plasma. It's definitely not the Lost. I don't think it's a turret. Oh, maybe it's Illyrium. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember how to get to plasma. So, ideally we get to plasma at some point during this playthrough. I feel like it's been a little while since we've gotten a weapon upgrade. Well, that's not true. Since we've had the option to unlock a new weapon upgrade. However, the Serpent Suit could be very beneficial to us. You know, the Lost Beacon we get from the autopsy would actually be really funny to use against Advent, because imagine just we summon a horde of orcs. That might be kind of funny. But I think let's do Illyrium. I feel like Illyriums are key to getting plasma, but like I said, I don't quite recall.
Our action together is complete.
Very cool.
We have recovered another piece of valuable information on the Elders' vicious.
Carry. Let's assign something.
We want to take out the Chosen once and for all. We should move to strike their stronghold.
Yeah, I know. I'll send Nyx again, because we probably wouldn't bring you to fight against the Warlock anyway. And then we probably wouldn't bring you to deal with Chosen, so we'll send you 2. Alright, and with that, we'll be able to take on all of the Chosen, as well as we will have access to this Black Site mission. Alright, let's keep making contact for the time being. Alright. Recruit Carnivore has made a return. Good news. I know there was, I saw at least 1, I think 2 comments saying rest in peace Crute Carnivore when I added the Hive mod. So, good news. The Crute Carnivore has made a return. We will see the boy. But that'll be next episode, as we're almost at an hour already, so I don't want to hop into another mission that's going to turn this into like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minute episode. So we will come back to that next episode. But what I think we're going to do next episode is probably, well, we'll deal with the retaliation first. And then I suppose we will probably... We want to fight a Chosen? Yeah, we'll probably fight a Chosen. We'll probably kill the Warlock next episode. But we'll figure that out next time. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.